Today I'm doing a review of the HP Photosmart, the new model printer. It's a D110A model. It is a scanner, a printer, and a copy machine. So it's a 3-in-1, and it also boasts a feature they call web, which pretty much means it does, in a way, go online, which I will cover later. In the box, we had, the usual. You had a setup disk. You can also, if you have a netbook without a CD drive, you can do it online. You got a manual, a heavy box, actually, of photo paper. So you got 100 sheets of 4x6, which you don't usually get that many. It came with this little bag, which is great for carrying computer things around. It's a little zippered bag. And it's because they are trying to save on plastic and having more reusable items because it's an eco-friendly product. So that was pretty cool. And also, it did come with, if we open up the little, this is where the ink is. It did come with full-size inks. A lot of printers I remember in the past used to come with just a starter pack, but this one has full size, so you're ready to go with, I think, it says here on the box, 200 black pages and 160 color pages with these two cartridges. Something I don't really like is that the color cartridge is just one. In my Brother printer, which I also really like, it has separate color cartridges. So if you run out of blue, you replace the blue. You don't have to waste ink, say if you still have some yellow left and that kind of thing. So that was kind of a bummer, and I expected something like a photo printer to have the separate cartridges. But otherwise, it was really easy to put together and set up. This is where your photo paper can slide in. Already been checking that out. And this is also where some of your regular paper will load right in there. So that's pretty easy to use and kind of self-explanatory. This is where your scanner is and your copying. On the whole, I have an HP laptop and it looks pretty nice with that. They match and have the shiny surface, but that will collect lots of fingerprints. I've only had this out for an afternoon and it's already looking a little grungy here. So, they have the little color screen and it says your basic functions. You have a copy, photo, scan, and apps, which is almost like an iPhone app. And that's where the whole web feature comes in. It goes online. It'll say connecting to the HP website. And here you'll see some weird things that you wouldn't expect, like Yahoo, MSNBC, PBS Kids. And if you keep going through the menu, I'll show you some feature that I found that I liked. The quick forms. Hit OK. It says connecting. And you can print things like calendars, games, graph paper, music paper. I assume as they update this, it'll have even more stuff that you can print out. And I started out just by doing a checklist. I know, pretty boring, but I'm a sucker for checklists, so it prints, this blank page, which I actually already filled out, with little check boxes, and that's great for going away on vacations and stuff, because you can use that. I also did a printing of, you do scan directly to printing the photo. This is an old school picture, as you can probably see. And I think it's about 3x5, but for some reason when I printed it, it shrunk it down and only printed it in the little corner of a 4x6 page, which I couldn't find really where to adjust that. I'm still fiddling around, but for people who aren't computer savvy, that might make you kind of aggravated because you wasted a whole sheet of paper and you wasted some expensive ink thinking it was going to print at least the same size as the actual picture and not smaller. Another thing that I don't love is it is noisy. When you hit scan, let's try that just to give you an idea. Oops. We'll go in the back button. Okay, say you hit the scan. Hit OK. We'll do scan to card. Take the card out, and it's nice you can pop it right in here. And so we're going to hit OK. Oh, it says no memory card found. I was a little fast jumping the gun there. I kind of just shoved it in. Okay. Scanned a card. I don't know if you can hear that, but it's actually pretty noisy. And my brother's scanner is, well, it's getting quieter. Does not make those weird noises. That's kind of what you'd expect from an older printer. So that was a bit of a downfall. We'll let that continue scanning. Over here is a picture, oh, there's more noises, that I just printed. This is my original. It's a photo taken on a Nikon D5000. And then this is the picture that it printed. As you can tell, the colors are really different. I'm very particular about the colors in my photos, and I adjust them to how I like them. And while it is adjusted how I like it here, it came out here a little weird. There's a lot of orange tones, more yellows. It kind of punched up the greens a lot, and it's not what I was expecting. He almost looks like he has a sunburn versus, you know, the normal guy here that looks just fine. I don't see any way to adjust that on the menu. I'm going to have to read more into the manual, but usually it's right in your scan settings when you get started. It asks you what DPI you want, if you want to change the contrast. None of those things were here. So that was a bit of a downfall. But for someone who just really wants to churn out their pictures, they don't know a lot about printers and whatnot, this will actually be a really nice printer because it just pops out your pictures really easy. There's not a lot of bells and whistles. Yet it does have the cool app settings, which I know they're definitely going to expand, because on the box here you'll see it says print, scan, copy, and web. I think eventually it's going to mean that you can print from really any device, because HP, which it actually isn't available yet, says the ePrint wireless here. They will assign a email address to your printer, so you can take, say, your iPhone pictures, send them to that email address, which will actually be your printer, and it will print your photos. I really look forward to that feature, and will update as it becomes available. Right now it just says coming soon. If you have any questions, please let me know. Thanks!